Hey guys, I want to welcome you all to my channel, Contently Living. My name is Carlessa and this is my very first video on this channel. And for this video, I thought that it would be good to start off with redoing my kids' rooms. As you can see, a lot of the walls are very bare, so I'm going to be doing some decorating. I'm going to be going through some old toys, throwing things away, throwing away some furniture that isn't good anymore, just kind of refreshing what needs to be done in their room. In this channel, these are the types of things that I will be doing. I'll be doing some cleaning, decorating, some DIY projects, and I hope to have you all along for the ride. This took quite a while, I will admit to you, but it was still very fun. So enjoy the video on Contently Living. So as you can see, I am starting with some of their books. Some of the books that they really don't look at anymore or that they have outgrown. Some of these people have given them or that I have bought them. They love books, they really, really do, but some of them they just really don't look at anymore. So I finally am taking the time to go through their books and giving away a lot of them. As you can see, the bag that is to my right is the bag that I'm giving away, and then the bag that is on the left is what is going in the trash. It just could not be salvaged. Pages were ripped out, and there was no way that anybody would want those books. Now this is one of the parts that I was really looking forward to because I cannot stand to see all these tiny little toys everywhere that you step on and that hurt your feet. We all have been there where your kids leave things on the floor, and my daughter has 2 doll houses, and so there are little pieces everywhere, and my son loves Legos. So there are tiny toys everywhere, stuff that is broken, stuff that, you know, the original pieces have been thrown away. So I was so ready to get in there and just dispose of things that they don't use anymore. A lot of times in videos you will see me turning around and talking. Usually one of my kids is in the room, or one of them is doing something, they're asking me questions. Like right now, my son was reading. He is, you know, an early reader, and he was reading and he was asking me questions. So I am usually talking to him, but I know that there are a lot of other parents who are out there trying to multitask and doing 2 things at one time. Comment down below some of the things that you guys do while you're cleaning or while you're cooking, you know, to try and cut back on time. I really want to take this time to share a little bit more about me and my family. I am a stay-at-home mom and wife of 2 kids. I have a son and a daughter, and they are 9 and 10. We are also homeschoolers, and I really enjoy doing the homeschooling. Like at first, I was not too excited about it because I felt so unequipped as to what I was doing. But now that I have found something that works for us, I really do feel like my kids are growing and thriving, you know, in the curriculum that I have chosen. But we will talk more about that in another video. But yeah, so all of you guys who are homeschoolers, let me know. And even those who have had to do homeschooling due to COVID, comment down below on your experience. I'd love to hear about it. As you can see, the night before, my husband and I were putting together the shelf that we got for the kids' room from IKEA. I really like this one. I believe it's called the Kallax, Kallax, and it just seemed to be a lot more sturdy than what I was expecting for it to be. It's a lot thicker, and I like the fact that it has like cubbies so that you can organize things a lot better in bins. But here you just see me putting the bins away where they need to go. And then I found another toy bin that I did not go through. So I had to go through this toy bin and get rid of things that the kids weren't using or that were trash. Now here you can see me putting their books away, but I actually bought some of the cute little wall bookshelves, you know, where you can store the books up there. You'll see me put them together, and you'll see it in the reveal, you know, them up on the wall. So I didn't feel like I had to put all the books there for now, just to kind of save a little bit of space so that it's not so cluttered and it looks a little bit more neat and more organized, and the kids can, you know, play with whatever they want, but it doesn't feel like there's so much stuff on one shelf. The more that I go through the room, the more things that I find that are actually homeschool craft things and homeschool books and so much stuff that doesn't even belong in the kids' room. So I have a nice little pile that I use for school stuff that I guess the kids, they had fun with, so they would bring it in the room and they were playing with that. So that was nice to get some things that don't even belong in there out of there, and it just makes the space look so much less cluttered. So the plan for this room is to have a reading area in the corner with some nice pillows, and to also have a table. If you look to the left, you can see like the top of the table and the legs that I'm going to be building. And that's made mostly for my son because he likes to build Legos a lot. And I was like, you know, it'd be nice for him to have a little table for him to build. And my daughter, she loves to sit and play with her dolls and her little toys and stuff. So I think that that little reading pillow area will be very nice. But here you can see things are finally start to come together. I'm finally starting to see, you know, where it's looking a little bit neater and cleaner, and this always helps give you a little bit more push to get to the finish. My My daughter loves babies and stuffed animals, and they were in this old doll bassinet that was falling apart. So finally, I went to Ross and I bought her a basket big enough to keep all of her babies in. Here I'm showing you some tacks that I'm going to use to move their coat rack from one side of the room to the other, where it'll be in a little bit of a better location. But I don't measure or use a pencil or anything. I've always just used thumbtacks, and I put them on the back of the coat rack to see exactly where I want it to go, and then I'll show you here where they are, and then I'll take them out, and then I'll just drill the screws into where the holes go. And I don't have to worry about measuring anything or marking anything. It's super easy. I do all of my pictures or anything that I'm hanging up on the wall, I do it all like this. And this way I can pre-hang it and see where it is, and if I don't like it, I can move it, and it's just making a tiny hole in the wall. So this is just something that I have done for years, and it works really, really easily for me. So another video that's clearly pending is going through the kids' clothes, because they still have winter jackets and stuff hanging up, and right now it is hot already. We don't need any winter clothes, scarves, hats, anything out. So here is a little table that I built. I had this piece of plywood that had been laying around for forever that I bought over a year ago. And my husband had just like some random table legs out in his shop that he made. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to buy a table. I am going to build a table. And so I sanded everything down and spray painted the legs and everything. And I was like, this will be easy. Well, yes, this actually turned out to be one of the most difficult parts of the video and things that I have built. And I do DIY projects all the time, but it just really gave me a hard time. And as you can tell, I didn't even think to check to see if whether the drill was going in the right direction or not. And I'm very, skilled with using a drill. This is not my first time at all, but I don't know. I just was so focused and ready to be done, and I kept stopping, but it still was not working for me. Finally, the light bulb goes off at this point, and I realized I had the drill in reverse, because I'm like, there's no way. I've drilled through plywood plenty of times, and I'm like, there's no way that it is this difficult to drill through. So finally I figured it out, and I was hot and sweating. I was so frustrated, but you just have to keep pushing through, and then it came through. But now the legs are giving me a really hard time, and it's hard to hold them steady and drill at the same time. And I wanted to have this done so that I could go ahead and start making dinner. When you have kids at home, you stop a million times whatever you're doing. It's never, I'm gonna keep doing whatever it is for however long and just finish. No, you have to continue to stop. So in this video, I stop and I make lunch. I stop and I'm reading with the kids, or we're practicing the piano, or we go outside. So it always takes a lot longer than what you think, but you just have to keep going and keep focused and get back to it so that those interruptions don't stop you. I was so determined to get this table done and finished, even though it was giving me such a hard time. But I was really debating what a two-legged table would look like and how functional it would be, because I was so ready to be done. But I kept pushing through and made it finally. Just one more leg to go, and it's funny because I was like, oh, after I finish putting the table together, I'm going to do another coat of paint on the legs, and I'm going to go ahead and polyurethane the top. That's actually what's on my shirt. If you look at my shirt, it's stained with polyurethane. But after this, I was so done with this table, I didn't even want to look at it anymore. But I think it turned out pretty cute. I mean, I'm still gonna go back in and get the screws level with the table and put some wood filler on top and sand it down so that you don't see the screws, and do polyurethane to protect the wood, and to also redo the legs. Here are the little bookshelves that are going to go up on the wall. I was done with being in that room. The table really took a lot out of me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to start on the little bookshelves that are going to go up on the wall. They were really easy to put together, really cute. I got them off of Amazon and I really like them. I think I'm going to order a couple more because I don't know if 2 is going to be enough. And I would like to put some books and maybe a little container with crayons or markers so that when the kids are sitting out at the table, they can color. But I thought these were really cute. Well guys, this about wraps it up for this first part of the video. Make sure that you come back and you stay tuned to get the reveal of everything, all of the decorations, and just the finished product of the room. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. I would love to hear from you in the comment section. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.